Boredom is a lie. It's not a state of being. It's not a lack of entertainment. It's a failure of purpose, a dead signal from a life disconnected from growth, from hunger, from war. You weren't born to sit in stillness. You weren't wired to coast. You were forged for pressure, for battle, for relentless becoming. So when you say you're bored, what you're really saying is that you've let your edge dull, that your mission isn't loud enough, that your soul has been lulled to sleep by the noise of comfort and the illusion of time. Because here's the raw truth. When you are locked in, truly obsessed with growth, boredom dies. There is no room for boredom in the life of someone who is building, breaking, sharpening, and rising. The mind engaged in transformation doesn't have time to feel bored. It's too consumed by creation. If you have time to be bored, you have time to build. You have time to bleed into your craft, to shape your mind, to tear your body down and rebuild it stronger. You have time to read, to write, to plan, to execute. You have time to rise above yourself. You say there's nothing to do? Then you've chosen not to look deep enough. There's always something to improve. There's always a system to tighten, a weakness to destroy, a vision to bring to life. And if you can't see it, it's because you've stopped dreaming dangerously. The most successful people, the most dangerous people, aren't waiting for excitement to arrive. They forge it with blood-stained hands. They don't pray for purpose to fall from the sky. They drag it out of the dirt. They don't wait for a sign. They become the damn signal. Every moment you spend scrolling, complaining, comparing, every second you waste waiting for life to get interesting, that's time stolen from the empire you could have been building. It's time you'll never get back. And that's not tragic. That's criminal. And you're the one holding the knife. The truth is simple and brutal. Every second you waste is a second your future self has to pay for. You want power? Earn it. You want greatness? Bleed for it. You want change? Fight for it. You want respect? Command it with action. There are no shortcuts, no saviors, no perfect moments. There's only the present, the now, and what you choose to do with it. And if you choose boredom, you've already chosen weakness. You've already lost. Let me ask you, why aren't you building something right now? Why aren't you crafting the life that keeps you up at night? What lie are you telling yourself to justify wasting time? I'm tired. Then rest with intention, not avoidance. I don't know where to start. Then start anywhere. Clarity is found in motion, not paralysis. I'm overwhelmed. Then simplify, but never stop. If you're bored, it's not because life is lacking. It's because you are. You're not dreaming big enough. You're not suffering enough. You're not committed enough. That aching emptiness you feel, that's your inner warrior pounding on the walls of your comfort zone, screaming to be unleashed. So what will it be? Another hour of nothing? Another day wasted on distractions and dopamine? Or will this be the moment you ignite? Will this be the day you draw a line in the sand and say, no more mediocrity, no more boredom, no more sleepwalking through life? Because the world doesn't pause for you to get inspired. It doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It moves ruthlessly, and it rewards the ones who move with it. Those who create without permission. Those who attack the silence with action. Those who take boredom and crush it beneath the weight of purpose. So read that book. Start that side hustle. Go to war with your weaknesses. Sharpen your mind until it cuts through fear. Push your body until it screams for mercy, and then push further. Do something every single day that your future self will look back on and say, "That was the day I became dangerous." Boredom is the enemy. Comfort is the coffin. Distraction is the drug. And you're the cure. You're the fire. You're the one who gets to choose. So choose greatness. Choose growth. Choose war. Because if you're still bored, you're not working hard enough. You're not hurting enough. You're not becoming enough. And if you keep living like this, you'll never be enough. But if you choose to rise, if you choose to suffer, if you choose to create something real, something powerful, something that lasts, then boredom will never touch you again. Because in your world, there is no time for boredom. Only time to build, to become, to break free. So stop wasting time. Build something. Be someone. Or be forgotten. The choice is yours. And it always has been. Lesson 1. Boredom is a signal, not a state. Core truth. Boredom isn't real. It's not some external condition that happens to us. It's a message from the subconscious. It's your mind whispering, "You're underutilized. You're playing small. You've stopped growing." It's not a void. It's an alarm bell. Why this matters. Most people interpret boredom as a reason to disengage, to scroll, to binge, to distract. But boredom isn't there to entertain you. It's there to provoke you. It's the emotional equivalent of rust, telling you that your tools are dull and unused, that you're out of alignment with your mission. The reframe. Every time you feel bored, shift the internal dialogue. Don't say, "I'm bored." Say, "I'm not challenging myself right now." Say, "There's a fire inside me that I'm ignoring." Say, "Something needs to be built, and I'm not building it." Let boredom fuel you, not fool you. How to implement this lesson. Step 1. Build a growth trigger list. Create a list of growth triggers you can engage in the moment boredom shows up. Divide the list into mind, body, and mission. Mind. Read 10 pages of a book. Write 500 words. Journal deep thoughts. Study something useful. Body. Do para sa push-upu. Take a cold shower. Stretch. Go for a run. Mission. Work on your business. Learn a new skill. Organize your plan. Make a call that scares you. Keep this list visible on your wall, your phone background, or notebook. The moment boredom creeps in, you don't decide. You act. Instantly. Relentlessly. Step 2. Ask the 3 anti-boredom questions. The next time you feel bored, pause and interrogate it like a warrior would. What am I avoiding right now? Boredom is often a mask for avoidance, fear of failure, discomfort, or effort. Where am I under-challenging myself? The human brain craves stimulation, deep, focused effort. If you're not challenged, you decay. What can I do right now to get 1% better? Boredom vanishes in the presence of direction. Aim your energy. Step 3. Set a rule. No passive escapes. Make this rule unbreakable. If I'm bored, I do not escape into entertainment until I've built something first. Train your mind like a wild beast. Boredom is not a permission slip to numb out. It's a demand for construction. This reprograms your relationship with discomfort. You stop seeing it as a punishment and start seeing it as power. Mindset shift. Summary. Boredom isn't the enemy. Inaction is. Boredom is a gift, a sign that you're ready for more. Use it as a compass. When it shows up, it's pointing you toward what's missing. Chase the edge. Chase the challenge. Chase the next version of yourself. Because in a world that wastes itself in boredom, the warrior builds while others scroll. The beast grows while others wait. And the dangerous ones, they're never bored. Let boredom become your battle cry. Not, I'm bored, but I'm underutilized. Let's fix that. Now. Lesson 2. Build. Don't wait. Core truth. The world doesn't reward people who wait. It devours them. It moves forward whether you act or not. And while most people sit, scroll, and dream, the ones who build create momentum, mastery, and meaning. Waiting is just fear in disguise. Fear of failure, fear of imperfection, fear of responsibility. But here's the truth no one tells you. You don't need permission to begin. You don't need clarity to take action. And you sure as hell don't need excitement to start building. You just need to move. Why this matters? When you're not building, you're decaying. Your potential is rotting in real time. Because growth isn't automatic, it's earned. And if you're not constructing something, your body, your mind, your business, your destiny, then you're letting the world construct you into someone average. You don't wait for greatness. You build it with your bare hands. Sweat, blood, discipline, direction. How to implement this lesson. Step 1. Choose one thing to build. You don't need 10 goals. You need one obsession. One thing you can pour your time, pain, and purpose into. Choose a domain. Build your body. Start training with relentless consistency. Build your mind. Devour books. Take courses. Study like your future depends on it. Because it does. Build a business. Even if you're broke. Even if it's small. Start, sell, create, fail, learn, evolve. Build a skill. Coding, speaking, content creation, sales, martial arts. Doesn't matter. Just pick one. Once chosen, go all in. No backups, no safety net. Let it consume your energy. Make it a non-negotiable. Step 2. Start the 30-day build challenge. For 30 days, commit to 1 hour per day of focused building. No distractions, no passive browsing, no waiting for motivation. Rules. Minimum 60 minutes of focused effort. No multitasking, no skipping, no excuses. Track your progress daily. Write down what you built, improved, or learned. This is how you rewire your identity. You stop being the person who wants to and become the person who does. Step 3. Create before you consume. Adopt this iron rule. I don't consume anything until I've created something. Before you check social media, before you dive into entertainment, before you let the world feed you, you must produce. Write, building record, train, solve, put something real into the world. Then you can consume, if you even feel like it anymore. This puts you back in control. You go from passive consumer to active creator. Step 4. Embrace imperfection and move. Anyway, most people wait for the perfect plan, the perfect timing, or the perfect product before they move. And that's why they never do. Here's the truth. Action breeds clarity. Progress beats perfection. You get better by doing, not by thinking. Whatever it is, start it badly. Let it suck. Let it be ugly. Just don't stay still. Mindset shift. Summary. You weren't born to wait. You were born to build. Every day you wait is a day someone else gets ahead. You either create the life you want or accept the one you're given. No one's coming to tell you it's time. It's already time. Build like your future depends on it. Because it does. Start now. Stay obsessed. Don't look back. Because the ones who win in this life, they're not the smartest. They're not the luckiest. They're the ones who build when everyone else is watching and waiting. Lesson 3. Treat time like a weapon. Core truth. Time is either a weapon in your hands or a blade pressed against your throat. There is no neutral ground. Every second that ticks away is either building your future or bleeding it dry. But here's the dark truth. Most people don't lose to lack of talent, opportunity, or intelligence. They lose to time misused. Wasted time is the silent killer. Death by 1,000 scrolls, by endless hesitation, by doing what's easy over what's necessary. And the most brutal part? You can't get a single second back. Ever. Why this matters? People treat time like it's unlimited, like they have lifetimes to figure it out. But you don't. You don't have time to waste on doubt, drama, or delay. Because right now, someone with less than you is outworking you. Someone with fewer resources is building the life you say you want. You want to win? Make time your blade, not your coffin. How to implement this lesson? Step 1. Audit your time, like a ruthless CEO. For the next 3 days, document everything you do in 15 to 30-minute blocks. Be honest, brutal, detailed. Write it down. Scrolled TikTok, 42 minutes. Watched YouTube with no purpose, 1 hour. Worked on business, 23 minutes. Once the 3 days are over, review your time like a sniper hunting weakness. Highlight the dead hours, the stolen minutes. Now calculate how many of those you gave away for nothing. Action step. Total up the wasted time. Multiply it by 30 days. Now ask, what could I have built in that time? This should feel uncomfortable. Let it. Step 2. Design a time-slaying battle plan. After your audit, restructure your days into time weapon blocks, preset blocks of time used for mission-critical tasks only. Divide your day into attack time, deep work, no distractions, all focus, all growth. Defense time, recovery, training, intentional rest, exercise, strategy. Warrior time, learning and mastery, reading, studying, skill building. Action step, schedule your day like it matters, because it does. Use timers, use a whiteboard, use whatever keeps you accountable. You don't need more time, you need more focus per hour. Step 3, set a no-waste hour. Every day, choose 1 hour a day where wasting time is forbidden. No notifications, no entertainment, no mental drift. Use it to build your business, write your story, train your body, study your craft. If you commit to just 1 focused hour a day for a year, that's 365 hours of pure transformation. That's enough time to change your life forever. Step 4. Live by the time for time rule. From now on, trade every moment you spend with this mindset. If I give this time away, what am I getting back in return? If you scroll for 30 minutes, did it make you sharper? If you binge for 2 hours, did it make you stronger? If you sleep in late, did it get you closer to freedom? Every action is an investment or a leak. Plug the leaks. Double the investments. Mindset shift. Summary. You don't find time. You take it back by force. You don't run out of time. You waste it until there's nothing left. You don't get behind. You chose distractions over discipline. Time is the greatest asset you'll ever own until it turns against you. And the most terrifying thing, you never know when your last hour will come. So treat every single one like it could be the final round. Because one day it will be. Lesson 4. Take ruthless responsibility. Core truth. No one is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not society, no mentor, no government, no higher power is going to hand you the life you want. And until you accept that, fully, ruthlessly, you'll keep bleeding power into the void. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a product of your response to circumstance. Your life right now is the direct result of your decisions, your discipline, your direction, or the lack of all three. Once you take ruthless responsibility, everything changes. You go from blaming life to building it, from waiting for better conditions to creating better conditions. Why this matters? You cannot change what you don't own, and you cannot own your future if you're still blaming the past. Responsibility isn't a burden. It's your escape route from mediocrity. The second you take full ownership, you gain the one thing most people never find: control. And the cold truth? The world doesn't care about your excuses. It only responds to your output. If you're broke, take responsibility. If you're weak, take responsibility. If you're lost, behind, scattered, distracted, unmotivated, take responsibility. Because until you do, you're just a passenger in your own life. And passengers don't steer, they crash. How to implement this lesson? Step 1. Burn the blame list. Write down everything you've blamed lately. Your job, your upbringing, the economy, your mental state, lack of time, other people. Now cross out every excuse and write this in bold underneath. If I don't like it, I either change it or I stay weak. Make that your creed, your mantra, your line in the sand. Step 2. Use the mirror method. Every time something goes wrong or feels off, look in the mirror and ask, what did I do to contribute to this? What can I control right now? What must I do to fix it? No dodging, no whining, no finger pointing. Whether you feel like it or not, whether it's fair or not, own it, because that's where the power is. Step 3. Create a daily accountability ritual. End each day by asking yourself, did I execute today like someone who's building a legacy? Where did I make excuses instead of progress? What can I do better tomorrow, no matter what happens around me? Write it down, track it, live it. This is how warriors self-correct. Daily, relentlessly. Step 4. Stop waiting for the right time. The most dangerous lie in the world is, I'll start when I feel ready, when life calms down, when motivation hits, when the timing is perfect. No, you don't wait for the right moment. You make it right through action. Start now. Sloppy, scared, uncertain, doesn't matter. Ownership means you move anyway, even when it hurts, especially when it hurts. Mindset shift. Summary. Excuses are nothing but stories that keep you broke and stuck. Responsibility is the sword that cuts through fear, victimhood, and doubt. Taking ownership doesn't mean blaming yourself. It means empowering yourself. You can either keep blaming everything outside of you and stay exactly where you are, or take ruthless responsibility and become the architect of your own transformation. So ask yourself, what am I tolerating right now that I have the power to change? Then go change it, ruthlessly, without hesitation. Because in the end, life only respects the one who says, if I must suffer to rise, then so be it. I'm ready. Lesson 5. Suffer now or suffer forever. Core truth. Suffering is not optional. You will suffer. The only question is when and why. You can suffer now, on purpose. Wake up early. Train through the pain. Discipline your mind. Work when it's boring. Grind when you're tired. Sacrifice comfort for something bigger. Or you can avoid the pain today. Numb yourself with distractions. Run from the hard choices. And wake up years from now with nothing but regret. The body you wanted? Gone. The business you dreamed of? Never built. The potential you had? Wasted. The time? Spent on nothing. Because the pain you avoid today becomes the prison you live in tomorrow. Why this matters? We live in a world that sells comfort as the ultimate goal. But comfort is a drug. It numbs the hunger. It kills the edge. It robs you of the violence of self-respect. People run from suffering like it's something to fear. But the elite, the dangerous, the uncommon, they run toward it. Because they understand a brutal truth. The pain you endure in pursuit of greatness will never hurt as much as the pain of staying mediocre. How to implement this lesson? Step 1. Embrace a daily dose of chosen suffering. Choose one thing every single day that challenges your limits. Cold shower, hard workout, writing when your brain is fried, studying instead of sleeping in, making that painful call, working on your mission. Even when no one sees. It doesn't have to be huge, but it has to hurt a little. Why? Because chosen suffering sharpens your will. It reminds you, I don't run, I rise. Step 2. Write a future regret letter. Sit down and write a letter from your future self. If you continue living soft, if you avoid pain, if you choose comfort every day, let it bleed. What did you miss out on? Who did you let down? What kind of life did you settle for? Now read that letter whenever you feel tempted to quit, to coast, to give in. Let regret become your fuel, not your fate. Step 3. Track the pain to progress ratio. Each night ask yourself, what did I do today that was difficult? What pain did I willingly endure? How did it grow me? Even just 1%. Pain without purpose is suffering, but pain with direction is progress. Track it like a warrior counting scars, not for pity, but for proof that you're becoming unbreakable. Step 4. Replace the word hard with necessary. From now on, eliminate the excuse that something is too hard. Instead, tell yourself, it's not hard. It's necessary. It's not hard to train at 5 a.m. It's necessary. It's not hard to delay gratification. It's necessary. It's not hard to work when no one's clapping. It's necessary. Because everything you want lives on the other side of the suffering you refuse to face. Mindset shift. Summary. You can suffer the pain of growth or the pain of staying the same. You can suffer now with purpose or suffer forever in regret. There is no third option. There is no escape. Those who suffer now, intentionally, relentlessly, gain everything. The respect, the freedom, the power, the legacy. Those who avoid it, they get nothing but a quiet life of what-ifs and a grave full of potential. So decide now, will you suffer with discipline or decay in comfort? Because the moment you choose pain over pleasure, sacrifice over ease, discomfort over distraction, that's the moment the world starts to fear you. That's the moment you go from drifting to dominating, from passive to predator, from human to weapon. To the returning warriors of the GrimFace movement, welcome back. You already know what this is. No fluff, no lies, just raw truth and the fire to burn away weakness. You've chosen the path of pain, purpose, and relentless progress, and for that, respect. Keep pushing. Keep building. The world fears those who suffer on purpose, and you've already begun. And for the new ones, if this message pierced something deep inside you, if you're tired of mediocrity, tired of comfort, tired of waiting, then this is your call. Subscribe, join the movement. But understand, this isn't for the soft. This is for the black sheep, the outliers, the ones who would rather bleed than blend in. GrimFace is more than content. It's a war cry, a reminder that you weren't born to follow. You were born to conquer. So if you're ready to build, if you're ready to suffer now, so you never suffer again, welcome to the fight. GrimFace. We don't wait for power, we become it.